Think of your brain like a messy garage full of junk. You shoved in old beliefs, childhood fears, that one teacher who told you you'd never be good at math, the ex who said you were too much. NLP doesn't care about the junk's content. We don't need to replay the soap opera. Instead, we care about the structure. How you stack the boxes. How the shelves wobble. What's blocking the door? A limiting belief. It's like a sticky note that you slapped on a box in the garage. Useless, failure, don't open. But if you peel that note off and stick on a new one, lesson, in progress, gold inside. The contents haven't changed, the meaning has. That's NLP reframing. A monk was terrified of tigers. He saw tigers in every shadow, every rustle of leaves. His master took him to the forest and said, "Point to the tiger." The monk pointed everywhere. The master laughed. "There's no tiger here. Only the picture of a tiger in your mind." NLP is that master. It doesn't kill your tiger. It teaches you the difference between the shadow and the beast. You do this every day without realizing it. When you're stuck in traffic, you chunk down. This asshole in front of me is driving slow. Stress, anger, blood pressure spike. Chunk up, see the bigger picture. I'm in a flow of thousands of humans moving in metal boxes, a river of steel. Suddenly, the same event feels like a dance, not a cage. Science says the prefrontal cortex, it does this naturally, zooming in, zooming out. NLP just gives you the steering wheel back. If you never chunk up, you drown in petty detail, resentments, insecurities, nitpicking. If you never chunk down, you float off in the clouds, never landing to take real action. Balance both. You get mastery. Values are like your operating system. You say you value freedom, love, security, happiness. But most people haven't debugged their code. NLP asks, what's important to you about happiness? And what's important about that? Chunking up to the bigger picture, it reveals your North Star. Chunking down to the details reveals the daily habits to walk toward. If values are your GPS's coordinates, beliefs are the roads that you've drawn on the map. Some roads are highways, others, they're dead ends you haven't noticed yet. NLP lets you redraw the roads, so they actually take you where your heart says it wants to go. So why are you afraid? Let's be blunt. You fear doing NLP stuff openly because you're scared people will think you're manipulative, weird, or full of shit. But guess what? You already do it. Every time you tell a story, every time you persuade a friend where to eat, every time you soothe a child with, it's just thunder, not monsters. That's pacing and leading. That's reframing. You're not becoming manipulative. You're becoming conscious of what you already do unconsciously. The karma of not doing this, you stay stuck in other people's frames. Like playing chess without realizing you're on the board. Ever notice how when someone tells you a confusing joke, you're wide open, waiting for the punchline? That's the yes set of the brain. Confusion scrambles the old patterns, so a new suggestion can slip in. It's like shaking an Etch-a-Sketch. Suddenly, the old picture is gone, and the slate is open for a new one. That's why Milton Erickson used weird, winding stories. He knew the brain's filters lower when you're intrigued, puzzled, slightly off balance. The limiting patterns to interrupt. I'm not enough. Life is unfair. I'll be happy when. People will reject me if I. Change is hard. Each of these is a fucking virus. NLP is the antivirus. Sometimes you delete it. Sometimes you quarantine it. Sometimes you just rename the file so it can't run. The old belief, I'm a failure. The reframe, failure, no, it's feedback. The only true failure is refusing to play again. The old belief, I'm too old to start. Reframe it. Exactly, because you're older. You've got more experience to draw from. It's linguistic aikido. You take the energy of the belief and flip it until it works for you. This isn't armchair philosophy. It's like yoga. You don't get flexible by reading about downward dog. You stretch daily, awkwardly, painfully, until one day you bend where you thought you couldn't. Do NLP the same way. Reframe one annoyance a day. Chunk up once in traffic. Ask one person what's important to them and listen. That's it. Skills compound. Identity rewires. If you practice this, you walk into conversations like a sculptor with clay. You can reshape the meaning, redirect the flow, lighten the heaviness. Your own inner critic starts to sound ridiculous because you've dismantled its structures too many times. Life stops being random shit happening to me and becomes a frame I can tweak. If you don't, you stay trapped in frames written by parents, teachers, advertisers, politicians. You keep fighting tigers that only exist in your head. You die with a full garage of unlabeled boxes. And as you imagine yourself practicing these tiny shifts, you might begin to notice how you already do this. And as you notice how you already do this, you realize you can do it in even more situations. And the more you realize this, the easier it becomes to practice without thinking, until one day you just laugh. Because it's natural now, like breathing. NLP isn't content, it's structure. It's not woo, it's applied cognitive science in street clothes. It's not manipulation, it's navigation. You're the cartographer of your inner world. Every reframe redraws the map. Every chunk shift moves the horizon. Every pattern interrupt is a new sunrise. Stop waiting. Start playing with it. Screw up, learn, laugh, reframe again. That's the whole game.